Welcome to another episode of the Quip Corner on the Go. And yes, this is the word of the month video for the month of November. Welcome to November. Oh, I already welcomed you to November when we started off talking about CGIs. Do you remember CGIs? Okay, I'll put the link up there for you. November, penultimate month of the year. God has been good to us. For those of us who are just new to the Quip Nation, to this channel, you may not know that we've been doing spell outs each month based on the phrase grace to grow and go from good to great. That's the phrase for the year received from the Lord. In Q1, we spelt out and multi-purposed, I'd say, the word grace. In Q2, we spelt out the word grow and I'd say played Wordle, the game Wordle, with it. In Q3, we used the word good, but we started off with two-letter words that you form from the word good and then ended up with good. This quarter, we're playing around, scrambling and unscrambling the word great. The word of the month last month, October, was get, G-E-T. I'll put the link up there for you. You can hazard a guess on what this month's word would be. But why don't you join me in the Quip Corner and let's unravel what the word is and what it stands for. See you in a bit. Thank you for staying tuned. So I said our word for last month was get, G-E-T, G-E-T. And the word for this quarter that we're playing around with, I'd say, is great. So what I decided to do this quarter, is to spell out words that you can get from the word great. Pun unintended, but it sounded great. That's another pun. Okay. All right, let's cut to the chase. The word for this month is gear. Gear. Yeah. I mean, if you take out the R from great and move it to after the A and then drop the T for noun, you'd get the word gear. I'll read the definitions of the word gear and then the spell outs. Okay? Now, one definition of the word gear is equipment that is used for a particular purpose. People would say, do you have your traveling gear? Do you have your camping gear? Things like that. Another definition is gear is it function or tool, that you use in a vehicle to enable you move forward or backwards, or maybe not just move at all. So for some, there's the neutral gear, and then there's parking, right? So that's another definition and or use of a gear for moving forward, moving backward, parking, being neutral. And there's also a phrase that sometimes comes forth as a question when people say, get geared up, or are you geared up? Which essentially means, are you ready for the next thing? Are you equipped? Are you, maybe even, are you empowered? I may already be dropping hints about some of the spell outs. So why don't we just dive in and look at some of the spell outs of the word gear as we get geared up. All right. The first one I received was get empowered to achieve results. To have the right gear or be in the right gear, you need to get empowered to achieve results. Another substitute E word is get equipped. Get equipped to achieve results. Get equipped to achieve results. When we think about being empowered, well, you can be equipped and not empowered, right? So it's one thing to get the equipment. Another E word, education. You might be getting education that you need to achieve results. So that's one way of being geared up. Also, you need to get energized. You might think empowered, energized are synonyms. Okay. But to be geared up, you need the energy. You need the energy. And I think these different spell outs I just shared dovetail nicely into the next one, which is growth enables amazing results. Growth. We talked about grow in April. Okay, I'll put the link up there about the importance of growing. And when we grow, it equips us. Equips us. I think that's the right word. It equips us to be able to do the things that will result in amazing results. Now, do the things that will result in amazing results. Okay, please just flow with me. It's one of those times. Another thing, or another spell out of gear is goals expect your actions for results. You don't sit around saying, oh, this is my goal. I have a goal to do this. I have a goal to do this. I have a dream to do this. Dreams don't achieve themselves. I've said that many, many times. Dreams don't achieve themselves. So it's great to have goals. There's a quip around that. We'll get to that later. It's great to have goals, but they don't achieve themselves. There's a saying that goes, it's good to have dreams, but you need to wake up and take action, or something like that. I'll look for it and I'll post it somewhere. Yeah, so it's good to have goals, but your goals expect your action. You can't say, I have a goal to, let's say, build a house, and you're waiting for everybody else to send you the money to build the house. What are you doing about your own goal? Unfortunately, there are people who sit around having dreams that they want to use OPM for, other people's money for. Now, for those who are entrepreneurs, we talk about getting capital and things like that. Yes. But even if you go to a venture capitalist, sometimes they ask you, how much do you even have? How much do you have to contribute to this dream of yours, to this goal of yours? Some other spell outs I found, or actually, I already talked about gaining education to achieve results. One spell out that came from acronym Finder was gain education and resources. When you have appropriate education and the resources, you're geared up to achieve great things. I got help. I got help. I got help. AI assisted me. One AI assisted spell out is growth elevates ambition and resilience. Growth elevates, I'd even say enables, ambition and resilience. Another AI assisted one is grow every aspect relentlessly. Grow every aspect relentlessly. Oh, I have a few more AI ones, so let's go. Get energized and rise. Get energized and rise. An alternate E is get empowered and rise. Get empowered and rise. There's also grind every aspiration relentlessly. Grind every aspiration relentlessly. Grind may seem a bit, as if there's friction, but sometimes there's friction to be able to achieve your goals. So you may want to say, go after every aspiration relentlessly. Go after every aspiration relentlessly. So see, AI helps, and then humans take it to the next level, just like I did now. Another AI assisted spell out is gain experience and rise. Gain experience and rise. Whatever you go through in life is a blessing and or a lesson, but it's something that should elevate you to that next level. I'm not saying they're all good experiences, but you can always rise from bad experiences too. You can. You can. Another AI assisted one, which ties to the overarching word for this quarter, is greatness emerges after resistance. So I talked a bit about friction, grind. There are goals that you're trying to achieve, and everything seems to be pushing against you. There are desires you have, but the systems maybe or people around you just don't seem to be supporting, but you just keep pushing forward. You keep pushing forward because you're a hopeful person. You're filled with hope. You're filled with faith. Sometimes you have to take that leap of faith. And then another one that I got from a member of my family says, giving exponentially accelerates results. Giving exponentially accelerates results. Oh, this, what just dropped in my heart as I was saying that is, it's like sowing. It is, when you sow something, you sow a kernel of corn and you get so much more. So giving exponentially accelerates rewards. So I have shared over 10 of these. Do you have a favorite? Do I have a favorite? I don't know if I have a favorite. Well, I'm curious if you have a favorite or a different spell out that you'd like to share. Please put your comments below and let's continue to grow and go from good to great together. Thanks again for joining me today. And if you haven't already done so, please subscribe. And if you click the bell, you'll be notified each time there is a new video on this channel. Thanks again for spending some time with me today, and God bless you. Bye now. Welcome, welcome, welcome to another episode of the Quip Corner on the Go. And we're having the Let me this thing straight. It's not looking straight.